Oh. He felt like a note for the beginning of an Angelic White runway.
So I tried something new this week with Matty, and I'm going to see how this works. Because I came home in the middle of the episode, for those of you who were on the live, and I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this whole episode, and I'm just going to sit with no reaction to nothing. So we're recording this review right now, and he has no idea.
I have no idea how he feels.
He has no idea.
So this is raw.
Anything.
This is raw. There was no discussion prior to.
And I think that creates better content because it won't be as rehearsed. We won't know what each other will say. If we disagree, we just disagree.
Roll comment section's going nuts.
We just disagree.
It's your boy Matty Rants.
And Jamar DeFore.
And Jamar wanted to try this concept today, so I'm down for it. He, him, his. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4, episode 5. It's the roasting episode.
Of Miss Who?
Lady Bunny, who I feel like should be a guest judge on this show personally. Because
at least she was on it in some capacity because they've just...
They left her drag you.
What? Oof. Who?
Matthew, I love drag you. I enjoyed it.
Said no one.
No. This isn't about drag you and why we're upset still about it. That's another video. This is about what we witnessed tonight, which was a lot of unfunniness. Bombed over Baghdad, child. It was terrible. That's an Outkast song. Oh. Just run through the episode.
Can we?
Sure.
Monet Exchange. Let me tell you. What?
I just wanted to say, come back in the room. You just said
we're
Monet
already
Exchange.
here. Monet Exchange.
It's like, let's just start it up. Delusion.
Let me tell you something. I was not here for everybody against Manila's Zone train because I want to say he said it last week. Had we been on some sort of competition show and one of us was in the top and the other was at the bottom, do you think I'm not going to save this bitch? The other bitch could have won 5 times in a row. I'm going to still save this hoe. So for you to be looking at her like, oh, you're just going to eliminate me? And that's hella shit.
Yes, your lipstick's there. Jamar would have been safe. That's how that would have worked. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, obviously.
Manila, we see each other. At this point, report cards getting a little fuzzy. Lines are getting a little blurred. So that fairness stuff is starting to... No, that's not going to work.
Even Monique said, child, let's just be clear. It was based off the report card.
And Manila said, let it be even clearer. It was easier for her friend to be saved because not only was it her friend, but her report card was better. So she tried to hide it as if, oh, I was...
But when Manila pulled out Monet's lipstick and the rest of the class decided to show emotion besides Trinity because that was just a head nod back because this can't do nothing.
Yes, Jesus loves me.
But the face don't move. Okay. Come back, Rita. Yeah, I was like, why is everyone like, oh my God, I can't believe it's not butter about the situation. I didn't understand that.
Manila was the realest one in the room. Manila was the realest
Monet was making circles. Like, it was...
Could you really not...
A washing
Monet,
cycle.
honestly.
I know that... Listen. We know the wig is lifted so far in the back that she may have lost all common sense in that whole moment. But let's be clear and present with the danger of the situation. Manila had to walk away with all the rest of the new team. Like, fuck her. And Manila was like, well, Scooby-Doo. Just keep on pushing. I was here for it. Like,
what is the shade? She's like, well, I'm getting up. And girls looked at her like...
Did you see they all grabbed hands? Was Manila a part of that? Because there was like little clips of them like grabbing each other's hands. Like, girl, I feel your pain. This one over here is still crying, trying to get her Emmy. Because, you know, at one point, I'm with some of y'all. Manila. I miss Latrice too, but...
I'm still trying to win.
came in a suit that was butterfly effect, and I was here for it low-key slightly.
Very summery, very
breezy. Something very nice. And of course, they find out they're doing a roast. And so Monique is given the opportunity to choose the order.
Based off of her, the talking head, she made it seem like, oh, well, Manila going last, it's hard. She's done very well in the comedy challenges, so she may be able to do well.
Ooh.
Was it sabotage?
Season 3, comedy challenge. Manila was in the bottom against Delta.
Is that the
That was a stand-up one. No, she was Big Bird. Yeah, remember? And Delta wore that outfit.
Not the shirt.
The shirt.
Oh.
Yep, that one.
And the bracelet.
Someone left the I said, girl, did she put that on her hand?
I am so upset at
Delta.
I haven't forgiven you yet.
I was here for it.
I haven't forgiven you yet for that runway.
So maybe Monique had a strategy there by putting her as the tail. So that way, it would be almost like, girl, you have to make sure that you don't mess this up again. Because that's been years ago. Right?
It's up for debate. Because it seemed like she could have done it, but then the way she presented it, it's like, oh no, I'm trying to help her.
America.
We got the very first RuPaul walkthrough.
I'm so glad you said it before me. Ooh.
Why?
And it was dry.
It was like, hi, how you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing? Keep doing it.
No.
Next person.
And then she would tell them exactly what they need to do, specifically to Valentina.
Okay.
Specifically.
Producers, you are shady.
I was like, girl, that's the blueprint.
Secretly, Valentina and Trinity have the same problem that they had
from the same season.
And they both tried to play these characters. They both did not
Ain't that
work.
the giggle? Ain't that the giggle?
Okay.
Yeah, she was on the haters roast. Mm-hmm. Oh, special guest randomly just appeared while we were looking for that information. Say hi, Rufus.
He's in his arms this time.
Yes. And I have a blanket on my legs.
The old man.
Yes. Okay, so where we at?
After the flashbacks, we go to the runway when RuPaul comes out and introduces the judge. Well, no, we have to do the actual roast itself.
No, well, Cecily Strong, excuse me.
Oh, the actual, the rehearsal.
She gave really good advice.
Legitimate.
Yes, stuff that I was taking notes for. I was like, okay, I hear you.
This is what I want all the guest judges to be.
But Monique was very defensive.
Okay.
I didn't understand that.
Again. What episode was that I said that? 3? I think it was 3 because I wasn't here for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Monique, when she faces criticism, she clams up. She doesn't always know how to receive it in a constructive way. And she sort of, she wasn't necessarily mean or nasty. She just kind of like, okay, let's move on to the next subject, boom. And we're like, well, wait, hold on. There was this other thing.
You're not giving it any time to breathe, just like your jokes tonight.
So, but yeah, Cecily Strong was a very engaging judge. That's why I was like, I was hoping and really wishing that in episode, what was that, 2? That when there was a dancing challenge, the Sierra would have been in the studio dancing with the contestants.
Yeah. That part.
But
would have made a lot of sense.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Decisions were made and choices.
Didn't happen.
I love Valentina's. I'm horrible at this, and I'm hoping that you can give me some pointers to make me less terrible.
I have 3 jokes.
She's like, you're gonna need more than that.
I was like, what?
You're gonna need more than that,
girl.
sweetheart.
Come on, baby cakes.
Valentina
she said, I'm not a comedian. She said, I'm a star. She's like, they're good at what they do. There's a lot of them. I was like, catch that. I was like, love shade. Whoosh.
And then the actual runway.
Ooh, wait, before that though, Manila explaining to Monet and the rest of the girls why she made the decision and why they need to get the fuck off her nuts. Because that's what that low-key was. Chill out. Chill out, all of you.
Come on, y'all.
I'm gonna put you down. Did you like RuPaul's Runway?
No. I did not care for anything about it.
Nothing.
Unfortunately. This was the one time I wish they blurred her hair. And you know it. It was...
First of all, I love you, Rue.
I love you too. And for the past 4 episodes, you've been giving me last week was everything.
Oh, last week was definitely a conversation.
Everything. That's one of my top favorite RuPaul runways.
I don't know.
This one,
I feel like
was not my favorite. Was it the worst thing ever? No. Was the wig line the worst thing ever? No.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen her do better, and so I'm like, I wish you did some things differently.
It wasn't. I didn't hate it as much.
I didn't hate, but I'm just like, if you can't come from last week, whoosh, whoosh.
I mean,
just
galloping,
what?
galloping,
and even the week before that, leg, everything, and then it's like,
I don't know. Next week looks really great, but this week was kind of okay. Not crazy, but you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The roast itself. So Monet did pretty good. I personally wasn't laughing.
I got a couple of chuckles. I did.
A cackle or a chuckle?
I got a...
a Dr. Hibbert or a Cleveland Brown?
I tried to think, like, what does this laugh sound like again?
That's Dr. Hibbert.
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Next.
Trinity, you were
What the hell?
It was.
Like,
did you take any notes from Cecily?
First of all, did they do this twice too?
She did. No, she didn't.
Girl, can you imagine not having
not
anybody
with a live
laugh
audience.
at you 2 times?
Not with a live audience.
First of all,
no, they did do the.
Right, the talk show. Someone didn't follow the first. All right, I don't understand how. It's like, she's like, I'm not the comedy girl, and then you pull out comedy all these other times, and it's...
randomly.
Yeah, and then you have done sets before where you are funny, and you had to script it for yourself. So, for Lady Bunny specifically, I don't know. It just was really dry. It was crappy. You were Mommy Dearest down, but it still was just like, no, the look here is not inspiring me to laugh with you, sister. It was cringeworthy, and a lot of tonight was cringeworthy. A lot of tonight was cringeworthy.
Monique Heart.
Mm-hmm.
I, as a member of the African American community, I knew exactly who you were. And Valentina was like, I don't get it. I'm like, oh, you're not going to get it.
I said, I know
you're
the hell
not
this. Listen.
going to get it because these are references within our community.
Yes.
We knew exactly.
You know what church that is. Mount Zion Baptist Revival Church of Latter-day Saints coming on through.
With Miss Lady Bunny.
It felt good to see it.
It was so funny. I enjoyed it because I knew all references.
Now, for me, though, I will admit to some sort of extent that it did run together a lot. So I wasn't fully like, you know, like I could be like joke. It just was kind of like a whole scene of hilariousness.
She did not allow. She had great jokes. And they were fun. She did not
But
allow them to breathe, let us laugh, and say and acknowledge what you said was funny before you moved on to the next funny thing.
We needed a dip in the road.
If you had slowed down, she could have been at the top.
She should have been. It was free, but you know.
I have no.
Woo! Girl, I know. We'll talk about it. Because I was gagged. I was like, nah, I would be pissed too. Next on the occasion.
Okay. Naomi Smalls, we were rooting for you.
A lot of girls said you were robbed, sis, for these last episodes.
I was one of them.
This was.
This week?
Not the episode. It's not. Fucking horrible. Oops. Fucking horrible.
I mean, comedy is just, not everybody can do it. It's very difficult. I understand that. It was just hard to see her just fall from grace the way she did. But I will say something good. She looked sick. She looked amazing. The wig was right. The makeup was right. The outfit was cute. Just everything else emanating from her mouth. You have anything else to get now?
If they ever said I'd never let you say anything, bitch, this is not the episode for that reference.
It was
sad. Terrible.
It made me feel sad.
And she had to laugh off her own foolishness.
Is that a defense mechanism?
Yes. It was like, ha, jokes. No.
Somebody tell us if they did that twice. Valentina.
Ooh.
I'll let you go first.
It was quite honestly second worst to Naomi. Even Trinity was bad, but girl, she walked up, kissed her titty, got to the mic and said, RuPaul, this is a goddamn fit. It was like, where are we going? It was terrible. Your turn. That's all I have to say.
Let me tell you why I'm upset with Valentina. Because...
Oh, then took off her glasses.
Valentina had 2 chances. Because RuPaul told her, just be your Valentina character. Cecily told her, be your Valentina character and try, if you're trying to be nice but not know that you're being rude, like try to say like you're saying something that's cute and funny and like I'm innocent, but it's actually shady as hell. Like that would have been golden.
Or maybe she was ready for that and she thought that was what was actually funny. Like that was actually funny. Like that was supposed to be the joke. Like, ha, girl, like, oh, I wasn't ready. Just like I wasn't ready for the lip sync, so my eyes aren't ready. You see how that kind of got put together? Like a really shitty McDonald's burger?
That's very optimistic of you.
I just want you to know, slivered onions did come included on that.
Manila. Manila, listen, I cackled before you even said anything.
All you had to do was peek behind the curtain and then go, ooh.
Can we talk about how good she looked from peeking from when she walked out?
It was that slow walk, too.
It was...
Good old puss. Good old puss.
She was so in character. She blew up with that. She said, oh! She was cackling
Even
too.
Testicles sounded funny after all of that was done.
Testicle, yes.
It was like, come on, girl, you better have thrown together this great eulogy for her. I was here for it.
She shaded the rest of the girls.
Yes,
too.
she got RuPaul together too.
She gave you a 5 for what?
Oh my goodness, when she got to Valentina and she said ice. The amount of trigger I felt around the world.
Now that she's dead, RuPaul, you can be the pretty one. Yes, Manila, yes!
And Lady Bunny wakes up and reads for filth.
Just effortlessly.
Red Manila.
Shout out to Lady Bunny, just her effortless comedy.
Good stuff. Miss Bunny. Runway was Angelic White.
Now, y'all can clip this, because this will be the first time that I would say this. Personally, there was no obvious and clear boot for me this week. Everybody looked good in their own way.
Okay.
I could say tweak here, tug here,
a couple
adjust
moments
here.
Yeah.
Sure. There's a couple people that we will get to for that. But other than that, everybody stunning. Monet Exchange. Bitch, you did that.
Okay.
For me, you did that.
Okay. All right. I get to be the opposite. It was a great bodysuit. I'm tired of the bodysuits. Like, come on, Jamar. A high boot, bodysuit. You poked it up. That was cool. I am tired of the bodysuits. And she was padded for filth. And I was here for that. That was like gold, like real talk. But it's a bodysuit that was the best one you probably brought. I mean, let me know something different that you got that's a different color that's about to wow me next week. But I'm just tired of that, personally. It was beautiful, but I want to see a different silhouette.
Trinity the Tuck. I feel like had Trinity given volume in her hair, I feel like it would have elevated the look. Just like some curl in it, even if there's some loose curl. Flat.
But she had all those feathers up here. like with the curls too. That'd have been heavy. It would have been heavy.
In my mind,
okay.
That's the only thing. Other than that,
because there was 2 looks to go off of that were kind of the same when it came to Trinity and later on Manila. Different, colors of hair. This was Pitt to me from Smash Brothers.
I forgot.
This is Pitt to me from Smash Brothers.
Same hair color, same color scheme.
Except different concepts with the chest. As far as that goes, makeup and, a couple accessories here and there. Manila was a little bit more, less is more. Trinity was more is more. So, yeah.
RuPaul lived.
RuPaul was gagged on receipt.
Miss Naomi Smalls walked down the runway giving you full-fledged Prince
tease.
And I had nothing bad to say.
I have nothing bad to say.
Nothing.
When doves cry, I'm
right,
jealous I didn't get to do it first. That's all I was thinking. I was like, fuck.
You were horrible in the challenge, Naomi, but damn it on this runway.
It was everything.
You know what? We're going to do it now. Naomi, you are that shade that you casted, you're like, oh, well, I was trying to go for like a millennial take on Lady Bunny since I'm the only one that can do it.
Shout out to Naomi being low-key super shady villain this episode because
I loved it.
She got Manila together 2 times when they were getting their faces done. I was like,
the first time was not right.
I was like, whoa.
She should not have did that.
And then the second time too, it was like, oh my God, that's a second dig, and only you have been the one doing it. The rest of the girls are quiet.
That was too soon. Valentina.
With the nautical knots that were around those feathers that then had that, interesting bustle up top that was kind of brickish. I liked elements about it. I was not a full fan of it. Her makeup was everything. Puss for the makeup. But I thought it was, I don't know. I think I liked the silhouette. I thought it was beautiful, but I wasn't like, this is everything like she was making it out to be. I was like, that's a cool look, but all those ropes and stuff made it a little clunky and chunky, kind of. But yeah. It was okay. It was cool. It was nice. Yeah.
Okay. Valentina. I did not mind the look. The part, as Matty mentioned, the bosom was
weird.
It was very brick. It didn't fit to your body. Like the styling. And then I didn't like how she was just selling it like it was this everything.
Do you know how much this is?
In the finest deal,
this is the finest fabrics.
This costs more than your life. I'm like, then I'm looking at it. I'm like, girl,
I'm not getting that tea.
Does it? I mean, it's nice, but had you not said that, I'm like, oh, you're giving this way too much. Manila Luzon.
Manila looked gorgeous to me personally. She gave me Sophitia from Soul Calibur. Down for a second because of the blue bustle, but
the only reference I have from Soul Calibur, what is his name? Valdo. Oh, the guy that be walking in the back.
He said Doldo.
It was something that I was on the right track. I know he walked backwards and do like this. That's all I know from Soul Calibur. That just tells me all about who you are. I spam
with him. Oh, he's such a spammer. Like, he is the weirdest movement, so people are always thrown off when you fight him.
But yes, Manila was giving me very less is more, but still works.
That makeup was flawless.
It was. I like how Manila isn't giving you. Oh, I'm only about a dark wig with a blonde stripe.
We didn't get that either. That was a full blonde. Like that didn't have one streak of black in there, honey. It was good. Judging was interesting because they chose a top 2 and everybody else was in the bottom. The top 2 was Monet and Manila. Everybody else was in the bottom, including Monique for some odd reason.
So, who do you think, if there was 2 people in the bottom, who would you put in the bottom?
Valentina and Naomi.
I would have put Trinity and Naomi. It's narrowed down to the gritty just because I didn't care for Trinity's look that she was trying to give, the messy, I've been crying, I've messed up my makeup, whole shtick. Yes, Valentina didn't do her eyes, but I would buy that before what Miss Trinity was giving.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So when they get to the back to then discuss, I guess, who needs to stay, Valentina was low-key delusional, just saying,
She's trying so hard not to beg, but then this other method that you're trying to do, or trying to convince us that you're supposed to be here, and the numbers don't add up, and 1 + 1 is 2.
Monique couldn't take it. Monique could not take it. She was over it.
She was over her last week, too.
Ooh, girl.
So the lip sync is Aretha Franklin. Jump to it.
That's another good lip sync song. Another good one.
Have we had a bad one?
Nope. Who do you think actually won?
Monet.
Nope. I think they did both.
They both did very well. But if I had to pick,
I think Monet had a little bit more pop and zazz than Manila did, but Manila knew all the words.
I'd have to watch it again to see if I caught the thing. I felt like they both flop because I saw Manila flop. I did.
Manila was behind on one thing when it came to a speaking part.
She said.
And Monet did the tongue. I was like, what the hell? I said, girl.
Okay. There were far too many times where y'all could have kikied and cackled and did a dialogue.
Oh, they missed opportunities
Monet
with that.
threw you a pitch, Manila,
and
she was like, all right, she didn't catch
and
it.
Then Manila's like, yeah. I was like, God damn it. That was an opportunity for some great TV right there. But yeah, Manila's name was called first. I know that shocked and gagged the rest of them. Speaking of shocked and gagged, when Manila walked up with that wig, I had a couple of moments of pause. I'm glad I didn't forget. I had a few moments to pause on that one because I didn't understand it for just a second. And I thought to myself, now, is this appreciation? Or is this because of the song?
It ain't the first time.
Or is this for, like, I really had to pull myself together for that one. I said, maybe I'm being so picky because I've started to go through a lot of the Twitter and all this stuff and listen to the children, and I'm angry because life is hard and Crunch Berries is not a cereal because it cuts the roof of your mouth. That type of tea. But
don't come for my oops all berries.
I saw it in the
pantry. In the pantry right now. Don't you do that.
You know what it does, too. You're going to be rubbing the roof of your mouth.
Listen, the skin regenerates.
I'm glad you know it does. So, I don't know. I want to let it go, but I also want to put a marker on my list to be like,
I just cackled at it, and I'm just like, Manila.
I know it's not ill-intentioned. That's the thing.
I know it's not.
It just was like, and then when she walked up, it was like,
it gave me a slap.
I was like, what in the fuck? They both win. And RuPaul says, because apparently, 4 girls down there and 2 possibly going home wouldn't have been high drama enough. We're breaking the rules and we're suspending the rules and no one's going home. But that means that things have changed. The girls walk in the workroom.
I was Monique that whole time.
There's lipstick on the mirror.
Prepare to lip sync
for your life. Paula Deen visited us from behind the mirror and let us know that she is not a racist. No, that was really Lady Bunny. As the girls, with the strength of her industrial-sized hair, and told the bitches to turn around. So we were spooked to not have them behind the mirror this time, but just in front of the mirror behind them.
Now,
Gia Gunn looked fucking sickening. On top,
Gia was
just
sitting, and I hate this word. Fit with my palette. Ooh. This is going to come out so rough and ugly. But Miss Gia, I'm not doing it. You're doing this for me. Fuck it. Okay, let's do it. Miss Gia gave me full-fledged 100% from head to toe. Puss.
Thank you. He has found the way.
That's the only time.
But that's when you.
That's
but
when
now
I know.
You know that word.
That's
now you know. Right? You've seen it.
It was.
That's it.
Gia
that's
was
it.
And she posted it on Instagram. I'm like.
I was like. You are a venomous bitch, but fuck what you heard.
Secretly, I didn't. I have less memory of what the other girls looked like because they were.
Farrah was giving you
Supergirl.
Oh, well, you said Supergirl?
For some reason.
I was getting more of a Tu Wong Fu at the end when she said, I am a drag queen. And it was what's her name in the red. And as well as Divine, but not totally
It could be
there.
misleading. I remember there being lots of color.
It was red. She was the only one wearing red, which seemed off because everybody else was wearing black but her. She wore red. Latrice.
Black. And
then...
in black.
Okay.
She was.
I know, but it was just like Latrice black. It
no,
was like,
it's only you.
I'm sorry.
You know
it was. I had to pause because I know Trixie would have, do some sort of scream behind it, but and then cut it.
Zap. Okay.
This episode looks interesting.
Oh.
It's gonna be high drama, and I'm gonna be here for it. I hope Jamar gets off early, bitch. Cause y'all know my Instagram live is gonna be lit.
Oh. Latrice? Okay.
Latrice coming for Monique?
I will save for next week to get the full-fledged.
G and Trinity Part 2.
Stand a chance.
Pheromone versus Valentina.
Did you really think that I was the... Yes! there's not even any room to discuss... Really with Latrice either. But there's no... When you went home, you were the worst. But next week.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please, if you can, support the channel and help your host here. Those links are down below in the description for the paypal.me/Matty Rants. All of our social media links as well are downstairs as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the likes. Remember to follow me on Instagram at Matty Rants and Jamar, of course, at Jamar84. Definitely on Instagram for Friday nights. When the show airs, we do a live commentary episode. You guys can join in too. Just don't be disrespectful because it's 2 minutes behind and lag. But we had a good time tonight. It was the top live. RuPaul retweeted me this week. This has been a very interesting week. Yeah, I know. I'm still kind of feared, like, what happened? Like, I just said, Super Queen's a great song. I listened to it while I'm walking. I truly do. And then she retweeted it. Sunday, join us for a live afterthoughts.
I would have.
Right. Sunday, join us for a live afterthoughts on YouTube. We will be going over this episode again and also more thoughts on Drag Race related material. And if anything crazy has happened in, pop culture. We've talked about Kevin Hart and R. Kelly already. I don't think I can give them any more of my time. So we'll leave it at that. This is your boy, Matty Rants.
And Jamari for